go with 3 cars I never thought I would sell. My beloved Porsche Carrera GT 2005, 993 Turbo, last of the air-cooled engines. Again, bought that car as a keeper, has some great memories with it, and a really amazing car. Another car bought and built a lot of memories with my son, which was our 348 Spider. This car behind me, thought this car was probably at least another year out. It was a great spec car. Believe it or not, I felt like it had too low of miles. Everything I own, I drive, I enjoy, I use. So I don't like to buy cars with super low miles because obviously a premium comes along with that. And I'm going to destroy that premium because I'm going to put a ton of miles on it. I'm going to drive and enjoy my stuff. I get it. There's other collectors that have got different goals in mind. I respect that. But this guy here, I'm going to drive and enjoy. So without further ado, I want to share with you what we are happy to have added to our collection. To think that this car was released 10 years ago, at least to me, I find it just absolutely stunning. I feel like it's still cutting edge, even just in its styling. God knows I've spent hours walking back in my garage, first and foremost going, holy cow, I can't believe this is here. It's almost surreal to me that this car is here. It's in our collection, it's mine. Emotionally, that's still setting in. I'm still trying to soak that in. And there's some things on this car that make it extremely unique. First and foremost, this is not a sticker. This is actually in the paint. So this was done at the factory. I have no idea how many others were done. Put a comment below if you happen to know how many of those were actually produced with that option on it. This is the first one I've ever seen. The carbon fiber roof, I knew if and when I bought a Ferrari, this was a feature it had to have. Them manufacturing this carbon fiber roof was a challenge for them. So they ended up limiting production to only 50 units. And if you'll follow me around, there was one more thing that I just had to have. Obviously, it had to be red. But on the interior here, there's a lot of them that have the black seats with the red piping. For me, it got to be just too dark in here when you look at all the carbon fiber, because literally everything in here is carbon fiber. The panels, the monocog, everything in here, even this dash, the middle insert of the dash, steering wheel, everything's carbon fiber or some black Alcantara. It actually had 1,840 miles on it when I bought it. Still, quite honestly, too low of a mile car for me. I would have rather found one with, 4,000 miles on it, 5,000 miles on it, because somebody would have already taken that hit from a value perspective, but also tells me the car would have been driven. It would have been current on the maintenance, but it did tell me that the car was good. It came with a battery warranty. Do know that that is something that you can extend. It is very expensive to extend that battery warranty, but the price of it versus replacing one of these, it's a good investment. I most certainly did extend the warranty on this one as well. I think the rear end of this car is just magnificent. The styling of it, aggressive angle, that rear diffuser, how pronounced it is, the way the rear end sits down and sits low, the aerodynamics of the air coming up through the body and out the rear end is just, not only is it highly functional, but just drop dead gorgeous. The engine, quite honestly, in and of itself, I can look at every day. It is just a piece of beauty. Both of these butterfly doors opened up. That's just classic. I mean, it's crazy, but for me, that was that poster, and I'm sure you probably remember it, where it kind of was all blacked out. You just had the doors raised up, and that was just an unbelievable. I'll never forget that figure and seeing that poster. And it still moves to this day. The little boy in me is pretty damn cool. I get to go in my garage and open up the butterfly doors, and I get to recreate that poster right here at home. So what does this mean to the collection? This had to make sense. This is obviously a very significant investment. Think about the big five, right? 288 GTO, the F40, the F50, Enzo, and then the Ferrari. So this now brings two of those five to our collection. Will there be an Enzo or an F50 or 288 GTO in the near future? Who knows? Who knows, right? Although this was planned to be a little bit later down the line, it made a lot of sense in the moment today. And not only did it make sense for the collection today to find this car, one of 50 with a carbon fiber roof, this exact interior, and then a feature that I've never seen on another Ferrari, I knew the world was telling me this was a Ferrari to buy.